What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and I wanted to make this video for a few days, but just haven't had time with everything going on in real life and the Snortex streaming and so on. But Doody had about 20 minutes this morning to pump this video out. I figured I'd get it out there, and I wanted to start the conversation. And that conversation, folks, is one of my favorite conversations, and it's regarding Phil and WWE Champions. That's right. Now, on my recent podcasts, and actually the last couple podcasts, I've had a few people question and ask me, hey, what's going on with WWE Champions? Did Phil quit the game? Is he still spending money? So on. And I haven't really been paying too much attention. So I went and dug on the Twitter and pulled up Scopely and so on, because yes, Doody does have a Scopely account, and he has a WWE Champions account. That's right. I occasionally play here and there just to mock Phil, but don't spend any money. Unlike Phil, I don't spend any money whatsoever. So I decided, you know what? Let's look into it, see what's going on, and put this video out. So the first thing is, I look back on TJ Gamebox Twitter to see when was the last time he reported out any meaningful spending on WWE Champions, and the last time actually was August 30th of this year, where he dropped he dropped $659. And then before that, he dropped $792. Now, this year has seen a significant drop in WWE Champion spending. Last year, he ended at around $42,000 or 40. Let's see. Last year, he ended at $41,000 in WWE Champions. This year, he's only spent half of that, so he's at $20,000 so far. So we've seen a significant decrease. And I was just curious, what exactly could it be? What's causing the decrease in spending? And figured, you know what? Let's speculate on that. So, like I said, he's only spent about half, which is actually his lowest amount in several years. I mean, typically he's dropping $30,000 to $40,000 every year on this game. So of course it begs the question, what's going on? And the first thing is, did he decide, all right, you know what? It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for my family. It's not good for my finances to be dropping $30,000, $40,000 on a mobile game every year. And, maybe he decided, you know what? I'm done with the game. I'm not going to play the game anymore. It's over. So that first led me to go and check out WWE Champions, which is what I did right here. So I pulled up my account and I said, all right, well, when was the last time Phil logged in? Lo and behold, he logged in 6 hours ago. So literally 2 o'clock in the morning, Phil was on playing WWE Champions. This was literally right after his streams, and I guess he was downloading whatever. He fired up WWE Champions and then started playing. So you would think if he was done with the game, he wouldn't continue his login streak. And I believe his login streak is over like 3,000 days. It's still going. It hasn't changed. He still logs in every day to play the game, right? So I said to myself, all right, well, let me then go check TJ Gamebox's Twitter, which is what I did. I went and I checked out TJ Gamebox's Twitter. I saw, okay, did TJ report out any new spending? And no, he hasn't reported anything out for Phil. And I did ask him the question a couple of weeks ago. I said, hey, is anything going on? Have you just not been tracking it? And what he told me was that he can only track Phil's spending if he hits the top 100 in ranking, and he's just not either spending enough or playing enough to hit that top 100. So that's the reason why TJ can't report out what money he's spending. So we can't definitively say he's not spending money, but we just don't have those figures. So just based on the assumption that Phil is logging in every day and playing the game, I'm pretty sure he's spending money. My guess is he's probably doing one pack a day, like the $110 pack. He's probably buying that, and that's enough for him to give him his dopamine fix. So he's probably doing that. So $110 isn't going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you ranked. You have to spend, close to $1,000 on an event or whatever just to even get you remotely to an event. So I said to myself, all right, well, when was the last time he played any event or he ranked anywhere, right? So I went down here, and of course, his top 5 stars is the immortal Hulk Hogan. That's right. And I went down here, and there was a nice little note here that actually showed. So he's still with the faction, Sons of SmackDown. He's still there. What I noticed was that here, so they have the top event finishes. So this actually shows the last time Phil actually ranked really high in the events, and it shows his top finishes. And the last top finish that he had here was March 16th. Now, what exactly happened on March 16th? Yes, that was the King Snake Eating. That's right. That was the whole King Snake Eating arc. I believe that was actually the day of the stream. Um, it was either the King Snake Eating, which I believe that's what it was. Yeah, March 16th was the King Snake Eating. Yeah, that was the last time Phil even plays. So we know that whenever Phil's stressed out, he actually does cope shopping, or he plays WWE Champions to kind of soothe his soul and soothe his ego. Ego. Yes, that's what he does. And as you can see here, the last time he actually placed was in March. Actually, all of his last rankings were in March. So the top one was March 16th. The second one was March 2nd. The third one was March 1st. March 1st again. And then February 16th of 2025. So, whenever you rank in these events, that means you're spending money. You have to spend money. There's no way you can rank up high in these tournaments or these contests unless you're spending huge amounts of money. And it looks like the last time Phil spent big amounts of money was in March. And that kind of goes in line, that actually lines up with the tracking of what Phil's been spending for WWE Champions. So as you can see, back in February and March, he was dropping some serious cash. So right here, look. Yeah, right here, look. I mean, right here alone in March, he dropped like almost 3K right here. He dropped almost 3K in March alone. So it kind of lines up with the events that we see on his page right here. So for some, like I said, for some reason he just either stopped spending the money, or he hasn't played it as much as he normally plays it. The third option, I think, is maybe he's moved on to another mobile game. That's an opportunity. So of course I started checking Scopely. I started doing Google searches for the recent mobile games that have become a big hit. I looked for new wrestling games. I looked for card games. I couldn't find anything out there that I think would interest Phil. I know he was playing that Street Fighter game, but that kind of died down. I don't think he's playing that anymore. And the other thing, if he was playing a new mobile game, he wouldn't be logging in every single day. He wouldn't be on WWE Champions at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? I've played video. I don't play mobile games really, but I've played video games where I get into it, and when I'm initially into the game, when I first start playing it out, there are times where I'm up like 3-4 o'clock in the morning playing the game. So I get it, because you get wrapped in, you want to get some headway in the game, and you stay up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning playing the game. I get that, but eventually, after some time, you get a little bored of the game. You're almost to the end. You don't play it as much. That's how typically that's what happens with most games. We're going on almost 8 years in this game, Phil. 8 years, brother. And he's not letting up. He plays this game just as much as he played it back in 2017, 2018. He's putting in just the amount of time. And simply just showing that he was logged in at 2 o'clock in the morning tells me that he's still playing, he's still dropping cash, but he's not dropping enough money where he'll get ranked. So that's my guess. So at this point right now, until until something serious happens, that harms him, that harms him mentally, we're probably not going to see any major spending. I think too, you can look at the correlation that I think he paused spending on WWE Champions because he knew that after the Kino arc was done, his support would slow down. And that's the case. I mean, we can look at his monthly income, and you can see the significant drop. Like, he went from making about $12,000 to $13,000 a month down to about $8,000. So he makes on average about $8,000 a month, which is what he was making before Kino Casino. Remember the days where $50 in tips was perfectly fine. He's kind of back to that. He's back to that range. And I think that's partly what it is, and I think he is showing some restraint. He is showing some, modicum of discretion, where he's like, all right, it doesn't benefit me or my family to drop, $2,000 to $4,000 a month on this game. So while I think he's still playing the game, he's not spending as much money. I mean, that's my guess. But we won't know until, you know, he has something go wrong and he drops, you know, $2,000 or $3,000, or a big contest occurs, or maybe a new Zombie Hogan comes out for new Zombie Hogan comes out for October. That might be the catalyst for Phil jumping on and wasting money on this game. So yeah, so anyone that asks, yes, he's still playing the game. Yes, I think he's still spending money. Is he spending as much money as he was before? No, I don't think so. I think he cut back, you know, pulling those Hogans significantly. And I think some of that had to deal with the pay cut that he got after the Kino arc. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll keep searching and looking. If I do find another video game that might be out, another mobile game that comes out that I think Phil might enjoy, I'll creep around, and I'm sure the Kiwi farms and the internet will do the same exact thing, and he'll get exposed again for playing another mobile game, and it'll be WWE Champions all over and Supercard. It just seems like he goes into a cycle. But at this point, like I said, I think he's definitely still playing the game. He's just not dropping as much money, enough so that we can report on how much money he's dropping on this game. So that's the video, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace out.